Hello, hello, hello. Um, quick, quick turn up before work because today I don't know if I'll be able to do much after. And we are learning algorithmic thinking by building a number sorter. Let's jump back in. So we did a bubble. We're doing a selection sort now. Um, and so yeah, let's go. So we have the nested loop, which is going to be checking that the value at j is the value at j less than the array, the present array minimum index, and if it is, then we change the minimum index to that one, and then we'll check the next one. So we're checking each one against um, that minimum to make sure that we've always got the minimum index being the minimum element in the array. So after your nested for loop, you found the smallest value. You need to swap it with your current value. Use the temp variable to extract the value at I, then swap the values at I and okay. So so once we have hey, my head is not working. Like I'm literally blocked. I can't think. What are we doing? We're using a temporary one to extract the value at I. So we're saying temp can be array at I. Wait, my head is not working. This is all we're trying to do. So we're saying temp can be array at I. My head is literally not working. Just following the pattern that I did previously and hoping to high heaven that at best it works. At worst, it gives me an idea of where I'm going wrong and I can maybe get my head into it that way. Ugh. My head is literally not into this. I don't know, I'm not tired, but just not here. Like I don't feel like I'm here. Okay, cool. Let's get into it. It doesn't matter whether or not you're here. It matters that you turn up. Let's go. So after the outer loop, we need to return the array. Once you've done so, you should be able to see the output change when you click the sort button again. Right. So with this one, so we're starting out we're starting out with min index equal to I. So for the first iteration, we go in at I. We're going to go through another loop of comparing each next input in the array to what we've got at I. And we will keep comparing until we find the one that is the smallest, and then we'll change the min.index to the index of the smallest element, having compared each one to the next. We're then going to come out and we're going to grab the array at I that we're dealing with. We're going to change that array with the array at the minimum index. So we are literally we're moving elements around within the array. Then we're going to take the array that was at the minimum index and we're going to change that to the array that was at I. So now we've swapped them out, and then we're going to go through to the next input and then carry on. Cool. Once we are done with all of that, we would have rearranged the array, and so we can just return array. Yeah, guys, sometimes you just need to work through that initial. It's the inertia of staying still, isn't it? It's the initial block of I can't get my head around it. Work through it, and then for some reason all of a sudden that makes sense to me. Cool. We don't need to compare this, but actually it's just I want to see what's going on. Yeah. Cool. Well, we don't need this now because we are debugging. We are sure that it works. So now, there you go. Cool. We've got another sorting algorithm, but FreeCodeCamp so graciously give me a little break to consider why I've not become a sponsor yet. And why I am not treating FreeCodeCamp as free. Well, it is free. You just get one small ad. It's not that bad. So we've done a bubble sort, we've done a selection sort, and now we're doing an insertion sort, which is the last sorting algorithm we'll learn. This algorithm works by building up a sorted array at the beginning of the list. It begins a sorted array with building up a sorted array at the beginning of the list. It begins the sorted array with the first element, then it expects the next element and swaps it backward into the sorted array until it is in a sorted position, and so on. Insertion sort variable. Assign an array. Okay. Cool. So we built all of these sorting algorithms, and we're just changing what gets used effectively. So we can have all of them within the same document, within the same JavaScript file, but not necessarily need to be using all of them. Okay, so an insertion sort algorithm starts the sort at the beginning of the list, meaning the first element is already sorted. With this in mind, create a for loop that starts at the second element in the array, still iterate through the rest of the array. So, because we're going with the first one being sorted, let's start our array at 1. I is um, array dot length I plus. Yeah. So we're initializing our iterative variable I from 1 because the first element is effectively already sorted, even though we might swap back into it. Declare a current value, curval, variable and assign it the value at I. Then declare a j variable and assign it I minus 1. The j variable should be reassignable. Okay. Yeah. So we use consts because we don't envision or to reassign the current value, but we could be reassigning or we should be reassigning j. So we use a let for that. Still need to look at what the difference is between a let and a var. And I think we've looked at that before. Okay, so our while loop should not run beyond the beginning of the array. Should access with j. Okay, so while I need to refresh myself on a while loop with multiple. Excuse me. Yeah, so we can use the or and the end. Okay, cool. So while j okay, I'm a bit lost here. At this point, I'm literally like, how do I describe it? I'm sort of coding, sort of hoping that I get indicators from the errors, because I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing. So I don't expect this to work. Array J is greater than Cavalli. Okay. Okay. That's crazy. Well, so I feel like I'm instinctively getting what they want me to do and being able to do it. Because I didn't expect that to work. I might also be, I might be being like a bit too optimistic and presuming that I am doing the right thing by intention when I'm just winging it. We're taking that out, we're pushing it to the next value, and then we're going backwards. Alright guys, I'm sorry, I appreciate I've not been super helpful with this one, so I'm gonna call it there, go and grab a coffee, get to work. But if you take anything from today, it's to show up, regardless. When you're not feeling it, when it's not the opportune time, show up. I can't say I understood everything I've done today, but I've done something, and I have a feeling that I'll get it when I come back tomorrow. So, peace. Thanks for showing up, and keep showing up, guys. Let's update the title. So it's 27 to 35.